Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Delta Entertainment. I am your host, Liga Kenobi. And before we get started, guys, please hit that like button and please subscribe to my channel. Would appreciate that very, very much. All right, let's get into this. So, I was getting ready to leave to work yesterday, and I got this article that just came up, and wow, what a dumb move they've made, bro. But here we go. NBC drops its name from MSNBC as ratings plummet network to become MS Now. Gee, I wonder why they made the change. See, I've read this article and they're making excuses that it's time to say goodbye to NBC and say hello to MS Now because MS is part of the Microsoft logo. And NBC is a news network, so I guess they're trying to separate each other and everything. But this is an excuse because I believe Donald Trump destroyed them. Now, you've been seeing that every network has becoming a major disaster for them because of Donald Trump. I mean, you got CBS with the View with the 60 Minutes. Illegal act that they made, and Trump went after them for that, and they and of course CBS bended the knee, and then you got ABC. They're telling the View to die down their freaking politics against Donald Trump and all, so they bend the knee, and now you got this network that is losing their NBC logo. And now they're trying to become a different network, so it looks like Trump broke them too. So let's take a read of this article, and you guys let me know what you guys think. So here we go. The longtime liberal cable channel MSNBC is about to undergo the biggest change in its nearly 3-decade history, according to a new report from CNBC. Comcast is spinning the network out into a separate company and rebranding it as MS Now, removing all connections to NBC and even ditching the famous peacock logo. For a network that has been bleeding viewers for years, the move looks less evolution and more like an act of desperation. See, the thing is, man, that they have been throwing out fake news for so many years, just like NBC, CBS, ABC. They have been, and CNN. They have thrown fake news every time. I mean, now, and I'm sure you guys read that Trump, all this time during his first presidency, now in this year, he has gotten 6 countries at peace. We are at peace for 6 countries. And now he's dealing with the Russia and Ukraine nonsense that Joe Biden started. And now things are going Trump's way, dude. It looks like that Trump made a successful meeting with Zelensky and the other European leaders. And now Zelensky, are going to Russia to meet with Vladimir Putin, and hopefully we will have peace. We will have peace around the world, dude. And guess who's going to throw the tantrums? The fake news network. Just like MSNBC, which is now going to be MS Now. And I tell you, man, I'm sorry about this. And I tell you now, man, it's becoming a major disaster, bro. Sorry about I had my finger on the right click and I accidentally hit something, so I'm sorry. But let's continue on this. The rebrand, goodbye, MSNBC, hello, MS Now. The launch MSNBC was launched in 1996 as a joint venture between NBC and Microsoft, with the name itself being a combination of 2 brands. Microsoft eventually left the partnership, but the NBC name and its prestige remain tied to the cable channel that is now coming to an end. Later this year, MSNBC will relaunch as MS Now, short for My Source News Opinion of World. The iconic MSNBC peacock will be stripped from the logo, and the network will attempt to sell audiences on refreshed identity through an aggressive marketing campaign. Yeah, right. Who's going to watch that? Who's going to go for that? Probably the people that are blind and not see. Executives insist that the on-the-air lineup will stay intact. Rachel Maddow, Lawrence O'Donnell, Joe Scarborough, Ari Mebler, and other marquee personalities are expected to continue leading the primetime and morning blocks, but the question remains, will changing the sign outside the building fix the channel's fundamental problems? It's not. It won't fix it because it's the same people that are working in that network, and all they're going to be doing is just throwing a lot of tantrums against Donald Trump. That's all they're going to do. They're not going to give Donald Trump the credit that everything that he has done for our country, bro. And you got these people here that just don't want to give him the credit. They've been trying to ridicule this guy. They've been trying to take him down for so many years, bro. And unsuccessful they have been. They're jealous. They're jealous of his success. That's the problem, dude. If they don't want peace, Trump is trying to make peace around the world. He's trying to make peace around the world, and he's trying to get rid of all the garbage, this woke garbage, out of our entertainment. And not only that, bro, he's trying to get illegals out of this country, man. If you want to come to the United States, come to the United States the right way, the legal way. I'm sure you guys heard what happened on Florida, in the Florida Turnpike, that there was an illegal that got a CDL license from California, driving in the state of Florida with a truck, and somehow in the Florida Turnpike, he made an illegal U-turn and got a family killed. They were driving a minivan and they got themselves killed because of an illegal immigrant that did an illegal act. But the confusing part is, which I saw this in CobraCast, and I'm trying to understand this. How do you take this guy back to California and don't prosecute his ass in Florida? How do you not do that? DeSantis got furious. So right now, DeSantis is trying to get the guy to come back to Florida and deport and get his ass deported. Well, the reason why is California's not going to do it. California won't do it. But I'm trying to wonder, how in the hell did Florida let this guy go back to California? I'm telling you, man, what really is killing it is that there is corruption in the government, bro. There is still corruption in the government, and it needs to be fixed. It needs to be fixed. But it pisses me off to see that, bro. It pisses me off to see that happen, bro. And this, by the way, the guy then the suspect did not give no remorse on what he did to the family. No remorse, no tears, nothing. All right, let me continue on. The corporate shuffle Comcast creates Versant. This move comes as part of a larger corporate restructuring. Comcast is spinning off MSNBC, CNBC, USA, Oxygen, Golf Channel, and several other legacy cable outlets into a new standalone company called Versant. Versant will be a separate publicly traded entity, giving these aging cable networks room to operate while dragging down NBC's Universal's broader film, streaming, and theme park business. Comcast and NBC Universal keep their crown jewels, NBC News, Universal Pictures, and Peacock, while Versant inherits the struggling cable bundle that fewer Americans are paying for every year. Jeez, man. Mark Lazarus, the incoming CEO of Versant, painted the change as opportunity. The Peacock is synonymous with MSNBC Universal. This gives us the opportunity to chart our own path, create distinct brand identities, and establish an independent news organization following the spin. The PR spin is clear, but read between the lines. NBC is cutting MSNBC loose, formally acknowledging that the channel no longer represents the future of its news division. Declining reach and relevance. At its peak during the first Trump administration, MSNBC was a ratings juggernaut for the left-leaning audiences hungry for resistance coverage. But those days are long gone. Over the past decade, the network has seen its pay TV reach collapse more than 33%. Cord cutting has gutted the business model, while younger viewers increasingly bypass cable altogether in favor of digital-first platforms. Meanwhile, completion from Fox News on the right and CNN in the left, space has squeezed MSNBC into a narrow ideological corner, while it remains the second most watched cable news outlet. It has a larger audience than CNN, which isn't saying much. Its total audience is a fraction of what it once was. Simply put, MSNBC's best days are behind it, and NBC clearly knows that. A name change with heavy baggage. Rebecca Cutler, president of SNBC, acknowledged in an internal memo that his change will be difficult for longtime staff and viewers. For many years, so this is what she said. For many years, many of you who have spent years, decades here, it is hard to imagine the network by any other name. Yeah. Cutler also stressed that this was not a rash decision, emphasizing the planning behind the rebrand. Still, one can't ignore the timing. When a network that has been synonymous with NBC for decades suddenly drops the NBC branding, it is a sign of serious identity trouble. Rebranding to MS Now may sound modern and snappy, but it also reads that like a forced acronyms meant to mass decline without the NBC stamp of credibility. The channel will have to stand entirely on its own reputation, and that reputation is shaky. The road ahead for MS Now. NBC is doing more than taking its name back. It's also kicking the floundering news organization out of the house. The network will be moving out of NBC's famed Rockefeller Plaza headquarters and setting up shop in its own Manhattan location. That physical separation underscores just how final the divorce really is. Some NBC journalists are even choosing to jump ship to the cable channel, but MS Now is now tasked with building its newsroom and infrastructure without relying on its parent company. Yeah, this is unbelievable, dude. I just can't believe how much Donald Trump broke them. I mean, right now they are trying to get their audiences back. That's the problem. But they're never going to get their audience back because as long as they throw out fake news, and throwing out lies, it's not going to happen. It will not happen. I mean, it's so funny that they try so hard to take down Trump to make sure he doesn't become president twice, and they failed miserably. So, I mean, look at this woman, man, the way she's looking in the camera. Lady, at least cover your teeth. Well, anyways, you guys let me know in the comments, what do you guys think of this article? So please, by all means, share this video, post a comment below, let me know your thoughts. I will make sure that this link is in the description below so you guys can read this article. So thank you so much for watching this video. Thank you for being part of the channel, and I hope to see you guys until next time. Bye, everyone.